What's happening? Today I'm going to talk about something that I've sort of grown into over the last few years. Something that we can all grow into, and it's the potential and the capability of just doing things in life alone. When I was hurting, when I was down, I was hurting and I was down alone. And the thing is, was I pushing people away? Maybe, but I think what I needed to do to grow in that point and to get out of that situation was to hurt on my own. I felt it was the best way to heal. I didn't really want to burden others because these worst moments of me were able for me to reveal that the pain I was feeling wasn't coming from the actions of others. It was coming from me, from within. But how did I deal with this pain that I was feeling? I identified it, and I identified this problem alone. I stopped blaming others and the world around me, and I looked inwards, and I faced the reality of where's this pain coming from, and it's me. I became my own mirror. I would look at myself and go, this is why you're hurting. Look at you right now. You're not where you want to be. You're not behaving how you want to be. You're not treating people how you would want to be treated yourself. So I had to look within. And I decided to make the change. And how did I make this change? Once again, I did it alone. Change that I was making was never going to be this loud, extravagant thing that I'm telling everyone about. It would be something that I would do in silence, in the background, in my own life and own path and own journey. And when you do things alone, you don't have to wait for the permission of others. You take hold of your own life and decisions that you're going to make. And I think the best part about making this change is that no one had to believe in me. Because what I was looking to build, I knew where I wanted to get to. And that's all that mattered. One thing that I always think about every day when potentially I've got something planned, I do not want to delay my day or my progress waiting for others. As we know, and I am as well, we're all guilty of this every now and then. People are just inconsistent with how they behave, how they talk to you, and how they live in terms of timekeeping. And this is just because life happens. Like, stuff gets in the way, stuff comes up, like, unfortunately or out of the blue, and we just got to live with it, really. But with me, I don't pause my progress for anybody and for anyone's absence. So say if I've got a plan booked in with a friend, I've got to the stage in my life where I will just go alone. If I'm either waiting too long or they cancel, I'm not going to then cancel myself to go. I'm just going to do it alone. Time in our life is the biggest thing that we have. Time is of the essence. And I can't be wasting mine because I'm not where I want to be yet. So by stopping my own progress because of others, that's not going to get me anywhere. My brain's ready to go. So if someone cancels on me, my brain, the whole morning was like, you're going out. So now I just do it. I follow my own intuition rather than the reactions of others. And this one might hurt the Scousers, but I'll walk alone. And their famous quote is, you never walk alone. But that's in context of football. in terms of living our life, if people are cancelling on me, that is fine. I will go alone. I will work alone. I will grind silently, quietly, alone. And I'll do whatever it takes to get to where I want to be. Now, in this sort of present, I act alone. And I think sometimes we tend to either look forward or backwards, past or present or future. And I act alone, but I'm guided by all three timelines of this, where my body, me right now, I'm in the present. But my mind carries memories and moments and aspirations that are in three different timelines, the past, present, and future of my life, all at once in my present body. Every step I make are built on the past lessons of the day before. Sometimes I go on my walk and my watch goes off of my 1 kilometer steps, where it will say how long it's taken me to do it. And I can tell when I'm sort of up for the day, because it will get to the first kilometer and I would have done it in 9 minutes. And then I could be then walking the other way or another day and it will be 13. And it's like, you're tired, mate. But it's just them little things where I look at the first K and I go, I've done it in 9 minutes. I must be ready for the day. And it just sparks something in me where I'm like, let's go. Like, I'm ready. And I don't move blind. I move with sort of that internal history where I'm thinking about the past and stuff that's happened around me. And it also aims and guides my future direction. I think the best thing about being alone in the context of living day to day is that I finally found peace in it. And a story that I'll share is, when I was at uni for 3 years, in all three of my house shares, in all 3 years, I lived with about 12 people altogether. And in all them 3 years, the last person to move out of the houses by choice was me. And I think some people would find it uncomfortable being on their own in a uni town as well, where there is a lot of people, but then you come back to the house and it's only you. And it's something that I was able to do because I've just learned that the comfortability of myself and being on myself, being on my own, being in my own head, and that I can deal with it. And as long as I've sort of got a plan in place of that I'm not going to waste my time, I'll be all right. I've also done things that alone that people have avoided, and I've also heard from actually some of my friends that they've actually started doing it themselves, where a lot of things can be frowned upon when you do it alone, like go to the cinema, go to the pub, and just restaurants, having a meal on your own. And a lot of the time people would look at it and go, oh, they've been stood up on a date. But sometimes it's like, just do it. Because, like, we're not looking for that external opinion of others. When, if we want to do something, you just got to go. Like, when a new film comes out and only you like it, just go and watch it. Because the cinema's dark. So if you are worried about people questioning it, book a back seat, sit in the back, in the dark, and just watch the film. And don't worry about it. I've done that before. When my first housemates moved out in 2022, I just went cinema on my own in July. And it was a good laugh. I had a good time. Well, I watched the film, and I just went back and carried on with my day like normal. I've got this peace in knowing that when I'm on my own, I'm fully myself now. And before, it wouldn't have been the case, where I would have just been in my own head and got upset quite often. But now I know that I'm at peace with just being on my own. And that's what I'm doing right now. I'm sat in the woods on my own. Yes, I'm projecting and talking to potentially future people once I post a video. But right now I'm alone and I'm fine with it. I'm pretty chill, comfortable, and I'm happy. When you get to this stage as well, you like being alone in some instances where people might go, "Oh, are you lonely?" And I would go, "No, I'm not. I'm just selected. I'm just selective in when I opt in to socialize, and I enjoy my own company enough to sort of be okay with being on my own and being in silence and having the space to think and reflect, where a lot of people are sort of always in a social situation when they never get time to themselves to reflect." And then you could also question, are you avoiding people? And that's not the case at all. I'm not escaping others. I'm embracing myself and my thoughts. And one thing I will say, once you gain this skill, I will call it, of being able to live on your own and doing it alone, is that you gain a real tunnel vision and focus, where right now I am so focused with what I'm doing. I've got no distractions. I'm not waiting for anybody anymore. And I've got no outside motives that are going to misdirect my journey. My vision's clear. I'm tunnel vision. I'm looking straight down the camera at you right now, because that's where I want to go, straight ahead. And sometimes people might go, "Oh, he's on his own again. He's on this self-reflecting journey of being on their own. This could be attention seeking." But this is not for the attention of others. This is for the alignment of my own life.